The next thing I want to talk about is the Stacey Tovar interview that she points out um, in her video.
Yeah, they all look great. I got seasick that day.
In these conversations, the women keep trying to bring the conversation back to something else, and Savan will just interject with something about their body or something creepy again.
But I've been on a boat in Hawaii
How about
before.
menses? Do they ask you if you're on your period?
No, but you do have to use a restroom. That's Becca.
I don't recognize them when they're naked. Right. I need to see their faces.
There's
So what she cut out there is that before that statement of the menses was that Stacey was sick on the boat and was vomiting, and they had told her that if she threw up in the water, it would attract the sharks because they would think it was chum. And then she goes on to say, you had to use the restroom. If you peed in the water, it would attract the sharks. But all that was cut out, just the part about the menses that Savan brought up, which is a valid question. That did they ask the women if they were on their menses because that blood could attract the sharks to the boat? That was a valid question in that moment. She cuts out a lot of the surrounding context around that, which has been done several times over the years when people want to go after Savan. The other thing that I want to point out is, and I'm going to screen share the actual CrossFit podcast. So here's the actual CrossFit podcast with Stacey Tovar. And I want you to listen closely because she does something very tricky here that really pissed me off and is one of the main reasons why I did this video.
Yes, there I am.
Yeah, you guys look amazing.
Yeah, they all look great.
Mm-hmm.
Notice Savan's tone in his voice.
I know.
Like, and I've been on like vomit?
Almost, but we swam with sharks. And so the captain was like, yeah, if you have to vomit and you do it in the water, like you're going to kill us all. The sharks are going to think it's food.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, struggle bus central. But I've been on a boat in Hawaii
How about
before.
menses? Do they ask you if you're on your period?
No, but you do have to use a restroom. You cannot pee in the ocean.
Because it chums the water?
You
can't pee in the ocean?
No, they're like, if you got to go, you better go.
I don't know about getting water with sharks.
I just hung out on the edge because I was so sick. I was so afraid that I was going to ruin it and kill us all. I was literally over.
So you notice there that they talk about the stuff I just said, where that it was a thing about attracting sharks in the water to the boat, and it could actually kill them if that wasn't done right. So if you go back to Sporty Best's video, I'm going to share that now. Listen to the tone in Savan's voice on Sporty Best's version of this same video.
It's super weird that he starts asking her about her period and whether she's on birth control. It just seems completely unrelated and, again, quite sexualizing. Would he ask a man any questions like this?
When you are in these 8 years, is all your female biology the same? Are you still having your menses? You're still regular?
Yeah.
You could have gotten pregnant the whole time.
Yeah.
So you notice there, I'm going to pause this again. You notice there that Savan's voice is much higher than it is in the actual video. And she does this on every clip she uses. He sounds like the evil villain in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that cartoon with the high-pitched voice. Somehow she has changed the pitch of that so to make him sound more creepy and to put her point across much better. Those tactics really piss me off. Because you're taking something, one, completely out of context. Because when he asks about birth control, he asks because Stacey is talking about she retired from the sport so that she could have children. And in that conversation, they talk about, was she on birth control? How did it affect her as an athlete? And now that she's off of it, what does that mean for her wanting to have children? All of those are legitimate questions from a journalist. And this was chopped up in a way to make Savan look terrible. Her video already has, I think it's 15,000 views. And I think this is by far like 15 times her biggest video other than this.